morning, welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and it's Stashbusting Saturday. I've been having a little bit of a rummage, and I've pulled out some bits and pieces that I thought I'd share with you, and also try and do some stuff with them, really. So I will crack on and make a start. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, to be honest with you, but I'm just going to run through and see what we've got. So these two little pages were what I printed the other day from Vintage Book Page, as you can see. So I've got those that I can make use of. I've also got these, which I made. I rather meticulously went through and pulled out some stamps that I've got and made a couple of, I've got a pink page and a green page, so I've got those, and I've not done anything with them, to be honest with you, so I thought they might be fun to try and make use of. And then I also printed the green one on some coffee dyed paper, which has given a completely different, if I show you, given a completely different view, hasn't it, which is quite nice. So I've got two types there, one more vintagey look and one fresher and cleaner look. So that's those. I've got a little bit of odd music paper just lurking. Now I've also got these. These are pretty much offcuts, I think, although some of them I think did come from a cardstock pad. This was an offcut of a digital page that I produced myself. I wasn't particularly happy with it, actually, but looking at it, it's not horrendous, is it? I can certainly make use of it for something. So there's that one. That's just a bit of cardstock. That, again, bit of cardstock. That, I think, was... Oh, I remember what these were from. These were from some cardstock books that I bought. So I've got that and that one. That's quite pretty, isn't it? I think that was a bit of an offcut as well. Got lots of offcuts, interesting little bits there. And then this obviously was from the Ocean Spray journal that I've just completed. So I've got that as well. I've also got these index cards that I've pulled out. I kept them because I thought they'd come in use for something. They're not terribly thick card, but they certainly could be used as backing on thinner pieces, I guess. So I've got, yeah, let me get these in colour order. I've got yellows, I've got a sort of a pinky pink, and then a pale pink, and then I've got a couple of green ones there as well. So I've got those that I could potentially do something with. And then these were, I'm pretty sure I did a video on these. These were, these again are my own prints, and I did these from alcohol inks just dropped in water and then laying the paper on top of the water. And that, I don't know if you can see that, but that was just a mop up bit, and it's just very, very faintly mottled, which I think is nice, and it's on good sort of cardstock as well. So I've got that one as well. I've got these, I've got that one, which I think is lovely. I love that one, and that's the backing to it. And then I've got this one, which is the backing as well, or a backing on there as well. And then I've got this one. Again, I love this one with the greys and the pinks in, and that's the background. I think these would make really nice signature pages, actually, although they are a bit thick. They would make really nice signature pages. And then I've got an orangey sort of one there, which I love. And then this is really quite thick cardstock. So these are actually, these two are both exactly the same, and they're photocopies of the originals that I did. So they could certainly be used, I don't know, for journal cards, tags, that type of thing. They are double-sided as well. I printed both sides. So they are, as I say, they are from the originals that I did, and I just photocopied those. So those are rather lovely. This was from the Diary of a Lady journal that I did a little while back, which is printed on the back with coffee dye. And this was from the Asian Splendor project that I did. It was a hybrid folio journal, and that was from the Asian Splendor, as well as was that piece, and as was this piece. And this piece, I believe, was from the Diary of a Lady. So I've got that to play with. That was from Diary of a Lady, and I do believe that was from Diary of a Lady as well. And I'm pretty sure this was too. So I've got quite a few bits and pieces there to play with. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to get done today. I thought I would initially make a start on the little ones. And if you have any ideas of what I could do with these, I'd love to hear about them. So throw me some comments out in the comments section, because I'm certainly not going to use all of these today. But I need to start working through them because they're in my stash and they're just building up and collecting, and I'm not getting around to using them. So I need to start doing that. So I thought for these size ones, folios are always lovely, aren't they? And they're really quite useful. And although they would make quite small folios, my thought was perhaps I could do some tag shaped folios. So that was my thought for this one. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I had already sort of been mulling the idea over, and I just want to see what they'll come out like. So I'm going to start folding them up and see where we get to. This might end up being a bit of a mass make, to be fair, but I'm absolutely fine with that as long as it's something that I can make use of. Would be fabuloso, wouldn't it? Absolutely. So I'm going to give those a bit of a squash down. Okay, so that there, I mean, that's a reasonable size tag actually, isn't it? I know it's a thin one, but that's just over 5.5 inches, so about 14.5 centimeters, and width-wise it's 2.5, just over 2.5 inches. So like I say, that's a decent size tag, 6.5 centimeters. So let me cut it into a tag shape. What size sort of cutting do I want? I don't want that one. I think I'm going to go with that one there, and just see what they look like, because I think they could be quite good fun, couldn't they? So how are we all today? It's Saturday. I am recording this earlier in the week, and it's quite a lot cooler on the day I'm recording this. There we go. So there's a little tag. That's quite cute, I think. Nice. And then that can just be decorated, can't it? Look, that's nice on the back there, isn't it? That's a nice design. I'm going to leave that one like that for now, because I actually quite like that. It's a sort of a trifold tag. So I'm going to leave that there and maybe do something with that, decorate it up and what have you, and just use that in a journal. This piece, again, would make a nice little trifold. I don't think, is that the same? It is the same height, ironically. I don't know how I've ended up with so many of these sort of size offcuts, to be honest with you. I don't know what I've been doing with them. Who knows? What size is this? So this is just over 8. It's an 8 and an 1/8. Oh, that's an interesting size, isn't it? 2.5, 5, and then slightly more than 2.5. Okay, I don't know. Or don't know. I like things to be quite accurate. I'm a bit weird like that. Let me just fold that there and fold that one there. Didn't fold that very well, did I? Goodness sake, Dawn, get a grip. Okay, now again, I'm not really sure what I would use that for, but make an interesting little folio. I'm going to fold this one up and just see what that gives me. Just having a little bit of a play today, peeps. Just a little bit of a play. See there, now then. Let me grab my glasses because it helps me to see what I'm doing. I am going to, where's the little crease line there? I'm going to just cut that there and cut that there. A little bit of a mitre going on there. And so that would give me a little, oh, that's clever. I didn't cut that up far enough, and now I've just ripped it a little bit. So I'll just cut that little bit off. There we go. Right, so that would give me a little pocket there, which is quite nice. And then I'm going to do the same with this piece. Am I at the crease there this time? No, I'm not. I can't see the blooming crease on this design. There we go. I am now at the crease. Okay. Maybe cut that a little bit too wide there, but never mind. It don't rightly matter none. Cut that there. Okay, so that will make another little pocket there. I'm going to fold that one up that way. And I'm just going to try and marry this side up a little bit because I cut that a little bit too steep there, didn't I? Let me just see if I can marry that up a little bit. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? So if I fold that one up there, those two like that, that'll come over there, that'll go over there, and then we've got a little pocket on the back there as well. Do we like that? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's get me glue. I'm just going to have a play for a few minutes, and then we'll maybe do a little bit of decorating. That'll be a treat for you, won't it? Watching me decorate. Well, I might do if my glue gun wants to work. There we go. Patience is such a virtue, isn't it? Come on. There we go. Just going to get a little bit of paper to lean on as well, so that I'm not getting glue all over the blooming shop. A little bit of tissue. Okay. So we've got a nice little pocket there. Glue that one down there. That one down there. And fold that one up, which will give me another nice little pocket there. And then this one will give me a little pocket on the back. Now then, what I could have done was put little thumb notches in that, but not really too bothered, to be fair. There we go. So I've got a little trifold folio with 3 little pockets, and I can decorate that up now as I wish to. So that's that one. Okay, let's have a look at this. What are we going to do with it? This is rather nice, isn't it? Now then, and it's got a nice design on the back as well. That would make a nice journal card, just like that, wouldn't it? A nice double journal card, because it'd be a shame to fold that. So I'm just going to make a double journal card out of this one, and maybe put some paper in the centre for journaling on. Let me give that a little old scooch. There we go. Okay, so that's now a little journal card, which I quite like. And I'm going to round my little corners. Now then, that would be the front, and I'd embellish that with something, maybe a butterfly or something would be nice on the front of that, wouldn't it? Put some journaling paper in there, and that's quite nice for journaling space anyway, isn't it? Love it. Okay, so that's what we're doing with that one when we get round to it. Alrighty. So that's 3 pieces. Oh, we've got another pretty little one here. What will that look like? I could do a similar thing with that, although I really like that actually, and I don't really want to cut into it. Or maybe I could make a tag or a belly band out of that. 3-inch tag would work, wouldn't it? Even a 3¼ inch. And I could go. What's the depth of this? I bet it's a full page. It is. It's 8¼ So that's actually a full page. So that would actually make a nice belly band. 3¼ inch belly band. That's what we're doing with that. And then that way I don't have to lose too much of the design, do I? Like so. That's a really nice belly band. Love that. Okay, so that's a belly band. Might embellish that with something. That leaves me with that. What am I going to do with this? It's about the right size to maybe put a couple of little pockets in there with the blue, perhaps. Perchance, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to stick that with that for the moment because I'm not sure. I can make use of it, but I'm not too sure at the moment what I'm doing with it. So we'll pop that one there for now, and we will decide on that. And then we've got this one, similar. Another little folio, perhaps. It's quite thick. It's not really any good for journaling on. Let's do another trifold tag, I think, on this one. Maybe. Trifold tag. Okay. This is a really thick cardstock. There we go. Let's scooch that down. And then that's that one. Okay. So that's another little trifold. And I think I'm going to go with the tag again on this one. So, going to nip that corner off there. Nip that corner off there. Get rid of those little bits. And I'm going to round my corners. And this one. There we go. Now that's it's given a nice little nick on the bottom. That's nice. So that's now ready for decorating. And I'm going to just nip the corners on this one, which I didn't do. I do like my rounded corners, as you know. That's that one. And that's that one. So those are now ready for decorating. That one's just marginally wider, isn't it? Which I think works nicely. Good. Okay, so that's that one done. Okay, I feel like we are making progress. Then this one. Why is that coming apart? Did I stick two together there? I might have done, I don't know. There we go. Let me just stick those together. And just stick them together like so. And then this, I think, would make quite a pretty little tag folio type thing, or a trifold tag. I keep calling them a tag folio. It's not. It's a trifold tag. Is that about right? Is it about right? Yeah, that'll do. Right then, let me scooch that one down. And this one's quite a busy design, so whatever I put on here is going to have to be relatively plain, I think. Okay, so that would be the front. That's quite cute, actually. And then we open it up and we've got the butterflies in there. That's nice. And then I could just put some plainish paper on the back there, couldn't I? So, okay, making headway. I feel like we're going to end up with quite a few tags. But they always come in handy, don't they? That one and... Oh, nearly had my finger then. Right, there we go. I didn't think it was that warm today, so I didn't bring my fan into my room, and I wished I had now because I'm a tad warm. Right then, so there we go. Oh no, haven't done my little corners. Where's me? There it is. Put it away, donut. Okay, we're going to go around there, and we're going to go around there. Lovely. So there we go. That's 3 of those then. Nice. Let's do that. And I think, do I want to do something with this? This is, it's horrible, isn't it? Do you know what I think I might do with that? I might cover that with something else. In fact, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to make it into a tag, and then I shall embellish it and make it look beautiful. That's what I'll do with that, because it's blooming horrible, isn't it? I actually used this, I think it was when I did my granddaughter's Harry Potter book that I made her, and I used this as part of Diagon Alley, the wall in Diagon Alley, or something like that I did with it anyway. And that was the very first, it wasn't even, I want to call it a journal. It wasn't really a journal, to be fair. It was more of a kind of a scrapbooky memory type thing, because it had lots of photos in of her and her mum and her dad. And obviously all about Harry Potter, because we actually went to, the lovely thing was, we actually went to Harry Potter World with her for her birthday, and I made her the journal sort of scrapbook as a memory for her 9 3/4 birthday. My other half and I did her a little party, a 9 3/4 party, and I presented that to her on that day, which was lovely, and she was so delighted with it, bless her. So she's got that now. What have I done with my little card? Lost it. Oh, that's good. Do you know, there it is, seriously. Life is so difficult at times. I don't know why I make it so tough. Yeah, so she's got a little I say little Harry Potter book. It was massive. Absolutely massive. This was before I started making my own journals, and I'd bought a big scrapbook to do it with, and it was huge, absolutely huge. Yeah, it took me ages to do it, but it was well worth it. Well worth it. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so now I've got that I can potentially do something with. Not quite sure what. Right, so that has pretty much got rid of that. I'm just going to use for tearing and bits. That's pretty much got rid of that little selection of papers. And now I think what I will do is do a little bit of decorating. I've probably got about half hour to go, so maybe a little bit of decorating, and we'll see what we can do. So I have some little mushrooms, which are very cute. I've got lots of little butterflies, as you can see, mushrooms and butterflies. Oh, I've got that. Where did that come from? I don't know. That's a little embellishment that had something else on there. I don't know where it's gone. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. And yeah, let's see. Oh, they look pretty on there, don't they? That's nice. I like that. So we need to put some journaling bits on there. Let me have a look. I didn't think this through because I need some coffee dyed papers, don't I? That might do for one of the that will do for tags. And right, I have got some of this. It's not coffee dyed, but it's sort of, it'll do the job. Okay, it's about the right sort of colour, isn't it? Yes. So what do we want in here, folks? I would like... Got too much going on my desk now, haven't I? Right, let's get this one done first. I want one of those little butterflies on there because I think that's very pretty. I might just take a little bit of that whiteness away. So let me take some of that whiteness away that we don't need. I'm just going to very roughly just take a bit of that off because I've got too much whiteness going on there, for sure. I think this might have been one of my granddaughter's fussy cuts, and she does it so well for me. But I always tell her just to go to the guidelines because she's a little bit nervous about cutting things that she shouldn't do, bless her little heart. There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? So, what are you all doing this weekend? I'm not doing a deal myself, which isn't unusual. I don't really do a lot at all these days, apart from a little bit of housework, a little bit of shopping, food shopping that is. I don't do normal shopping. And then the majority of the time I just sit here and play, which is lovely. So, are you up to anything? Let me know. What are you all up to out there? Just take that off to there. Lovely. And now, look, that's better, isn't it? So pretty. Okay. So that's going to go there for sure. I'm going to just touch the edges a little bit, just to take that white back even further. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Lovely. Now then, I'm going to definitely put that on there. Oh dear. There we go. My desk now looks like a chaotic mess. Right, then we're going to pop that on there. That's one bit done. I like that. That's lovely. What are we doing in here? I really need to, excuse my stretch, I really need to invest in something like stickles or something of that nature, because I really don't have anything like that. They're too big, aren't they? Too big, way too big. Just need some little something in there, don't we? Let's have a look, see if I can find something. Yeah, some little stickles or something would be lovely, wouldn't it? Although I have got, where are we? I've got a little, no, that might be a bit too much. I was going to say I have got a little gold pen, but I think that will be too much. I've also got, that's very pretty, isn't it? Shall I make a mess? Yeah, I'm going to make a mess, folks. Might use some of those as well, actually. Some of them. Right, I'm going to make a little bit of a mess. That's what I'm going to do, I think. Let me just pop that on there. Stretch it over. I want a brush. This probably isn't the best video to be doing this on, to be fair, but never mind. Okay, I'm going to just put a little bit of glue there. I don't know what this is going to end up like, I'm sure, but just scooch that about a little bit there. And I've got, look, do you know, there's a story behind this. This is a little bit of pink glitter here. And this was actually part of, what was it part of? An advent calendar that I did for my granddaughter. And they were in the advent calendar. And because it's glitter, she wasn't allowed to keep it at home, because Mum doesn't like glitter in the house. Which is crazy, isn't it? What little girl doesn't like glitter, honestly? But she's not allowed to have glitter in the house. So there we go. That looks quite pretty, actually. I quite like that. It's amazing what you can do in it with a little bit of glue and a little bit of glitter. Just gonna just in around the little petals, just a little bit, not so much, but just enough to make a little bit of sparkle. Just sit nicely. There we go. A little bit of sparkle on there. Not too much, just to highlight it. Oh, that looks really lovely. I love it. Nice. And I'm just going to do this little one here as well. I absolutely love glitter. I'm not overly impressed with the mess it makes, but I do like playing with it, I have to say. And using it for things like this is just brilliant, isn't it? Just brilliant. Just going to Just a tiny little sprinkle on there. There. Oh, look, it's so pretty. So pretty. Love that. Right then, I'm just going to pop that to one side because I need to decant that back into the bottle, but I'm not going to do that right this second. I'm probably going to forget that's on there and throw it on the floor because I'm an idiot. Right then, and now I just want to... what else have I got that I can use? I have got... those might work nicely. Three. Okay, come on. I think I'm just going to do that. I think I'm just going to pop these on these ones instead and not put anything on the others. I think that will look quite nice, won't it? That's my plan, I think. If I can get the blooming things off. There we go. One there. One there. Oh, aren't they annoying? Oh. One there. And one on there. Okay. Right. That's it, folks. That's all I'm doing on the front there, I've decided. Alright. Covered in glitter. Loving it. Righty-ho. Take far too long doing things, don't I? Right. Now then, inside, I'm going to... Where's my ruler? Okay. Tear that down there. Tear that there. Okay, that works. I'm just going to take off these little edges here so that it looks torn all round. There. And missed. Try again. Oh, it doesn't want to tear now. Rats. There we go. Patience is a virtue, isn't it? As I keep saying. Let's get those out of the way. Right, that can go on there for a little bit of journaling space. Like so. Nice. Okay. A little bit of journaling space there. I'd like to put a little pocket or something in there, but that's quite cute, isn't it? Do you know, these were on Facebook It was a free digital. And you know what? I can't remember whose they were, and I really do apologise. I am sorry. But I can't remember whose they were, and it doesn't say on them. So I am sorry. This is just in my stash. This is just me using stuff up as usual. And I'm going to use that as a little pocket. So I'm going to glue that down there. Glue it round there. And then this will just be a little pocket for a little tag or something. There we go. That's nice. I like that. I think that works well. Okay, so all I need to do now is to pop a little something can go in there. So that one I'm happy with. I can do the tag when I know where that's going. So that's that one done. Okay. All right, so I've got about 10 minutes, which I haven't left myself a lot of time really. I'm going to do this one because I quite like, it's a bit big, isn't it? I quite like these. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? And fits on there relatively well. So got some little labely bits here. Possibly. That's definitely going on there. And then this will be nice for a little autumn tag or something, autumn journal rather, or something of that ilk. I think I'm just going to go with that one. Oh, what's that? That's rather cute. Maybe, how about, come here. Circle. Mind you, it looks too much like the backing, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe. Or I've got that pretty little one there. That looks nice. That's the one. That's the one I'm going with for that. And I just want a little word. Oh, fabulous. That's a word I'm always using. Always. What's this? Still growing? No, don't like that. What else have we got? Smile. Toss. I'm going to go with that. And the reason I'm going to go with that is because I can put some stuff on it, some little coffee dyes, something or other on it. Where's my scissors, folks? Here. Let me trim this down a bit. Wow. It's a miracle. I actually trimmed it down. It actually looks relatively okay. What a bonus. Right then, so I'm going to give that a little bit of colouring so that it looks a bit better on the actual page. And a little bit of darker around the edge, give it a little bit of a frame. There we go. Nice. And now, let's just check and see where I want it. So that's going there. I want that to frame that little one. So that's going about there. So just on that blue flower. Here we go. Singing low. And is it going to make a lot of odds? I don't think it will, but I'm doing it anyway. There we go. Right, then I want it up that way, I think. And I want it about there. I think that's about where I said. Lovely. Let me just throw a bit of ink around me mushed up rooms. And again, please don't ask me where these came from. These were a free digital, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I will always tell you if I can remember where something came from, but a lot of the time I can't. I am starting to make notes of where things come from, but the stuff that's in my stash from many moons ago, yeah, I've not got much hope of remembering, to be fair. I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday. I think that one wants to go about there. Now then, do we... put that one up there. I had intended for that to go up there, but I wasn't sure if it just looked like it had just been put there or not. Which would be dreadful, wouldn't it? There we go. Okay, I'm quite happy with that, actually. I quite like that. That's the front of it. And now I just need to add some little journaling bits in there. And I've pulled out... Is that too wide? It is. Is that one too wide? Well, it would certainly do for there, wouldn't it? So, oh look, oh that's nice. Got a little design there. So in that case, I'm going to come down to there. Or do I want to? I'm going to go up to there, I think. And then, with the magic of science, let me cut these bits off. Just going to take this like so. Going to pop that in there. That's better. And again, just going to give it a little bit of a frame. I'm going to stick that down. Twiddly-dee, twiddly-dum. Okay. That's going to go in there for journaling on. That's nice. Going to put a few little pockets on this again with something, not quite sure what, Okay, I think I'm going to have to call it for today. I have done what I can, but let me show you what I've just pulled out. So these were literally just offcuts that I pulled out of my stash. I have got a belly band there, and I've got something that I'm either going to use that as 2 tags or a pocket or something. Not quite sure yet. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that, but that's definitely a belly band. I have got a trifold tag there. I have got a trifold tag there, and these just need decorating up, okay. And I've got a trifold tag there. So I've got 3 little trifold tags. Well, I've got 4 little trifold tags actually. So I've got 4 trifold tags, and I've also got a little mini folio with some little pockets in, okay. So I'm going to jump off camera. I'm just going to finish these off. I'll come back and show you them complete, and that'll be it for today. Okay, so I'm back. Time got away with me a bit today, so I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. So I've still got this one to decorate, and I've still got this one to decorate. That is going to be a belly band, and I'm not going to do any more with that until I know where it's going. Okay, I did get this one finished, which I'm quite pleased with. I've made this into, can you see? I've made this into a little winter scene, and all I've used on that is an old Christmas card, cuts from an old Christmas card, and I topped the tag with the other piece of that I cut out as well. I've put a little dangle on, a little sort of a Christmassy-ish dangle, little sparkly bit, and then inside I've used another little piece of the Christmas card to pop a little tag in. That one was from the Winter Wonderland journal that I did, so that was something left over from that which I've used, which I'm very pleased about. And then I backed this with the other piece of this to give it some journaling space, and I cut the 3rd section off. I decided that the 3rd section was actually too much, so I have actually got another tag from it as well, which will need decorating at some point. So that's that one. So that's a little double tag, which I think is lovely. This one is completed. I've used a little heart paper clip as a closure, and I've decorated that with the mushrooms which you saw me doing, and inside I've just added a few little pockets and a few little bits for journaling on as well. So a couple of little cards there for journaling on. Let me just pick that one up. So that's that one, and then inside another little piece for journaling and another little journal spot there as well. So that one did stay as a tri card or a tri tag. So that's that one. And then this one, this was the walls, and I've decorated it so this with a tag. This tag, I'm almost sure, is Joey Card Makers. And then I've got a little button there from Scrimping Mummy's collection, and a little bit of packing paper, which I've decorated it with. And then as we come in, I've got another little bit of Scrimping Mummy's there with the button card, another little tag from Joey Card Maker, and a little bit of journaling space there. So that's what I've done with that one. And again, I cut the 3rd section off of that, so I've got another tag there that will need decorating as well. When it came to decorating them, I just felt that the trifold was a little bit too much for the tags. It worked okay for this one. I didn't feel it was working for this one or this one, so I cut them off. Okay, so that's those 3 complete. And then this one, I just put a little label on there. I thought fairy dust with the glitter was quite appropriate, and inside I've just added that little pocket with another couple of the little tags from Joey Card Maker, Peace and Imagine, which I thought colour wise went really nicely with the paper. So that's those, and I just added a bit of journaling space in there for that one. I've kept the back plain because that could be used as journaling space as well. So that's it for today. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would have done with all of those. But I've got a few little bits there completed. So I've got 4 bits complete, well 5 bits if you call the belly band completed as well. And I've just got a couple of bits there I didn't get round to. So that is it for today. Hope you like it. I will see you all now for Mishmash Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.